And third period here at Climate Pledge Arena, the Oilers lead the Kraken 3-0 in a Pacific Division battle. Goals coming from Hyman, Draisaitl, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 2 power play goals. Oilers looking to get back to the division, which is led by the Anaheim Ducks, team that went to the finals back-to-back years. Got some goaltending tonight as they haven't allowed a goal as the Kraken win the puck off the draw. Done to Larson. Quick up. Misses a few players. Goes into the corner. Skinner out to play it. Beniers chases him. Bouchard dances a few. Eberle sends it back down. Beniers. Back up Eberle. Top of the circle. Lets a shot fly. That's stopped by Skinner. Rebound to the corner. Bouchard will fire it up the boards for Hyman to McDavid. Here comes McDavid. Drops Hyman. Followed with Savoy in the corner. McDavid tries to chip it to Savoy. Good play by Beniers to get it out. Eberle, the Kraken captain. Up for Beniers over the red. Dumps in. As the Oilers will look to regroup. Regula behind the net, surveying. Teams will change. Drops it to Leon Draisaitl. The German superstar played in the Western League for Prince Albert and Kelowna. Will skate across the red, dump it in. Back for Decord, comes out to play, rings it around the boards. Does get out after a good chip there by McCann. As Skinner does the same, chips it up the boards. Kraken get there first, centered, and good stick there by the Oilers defense. I believe that was Nurse as Marchment pushes it forward. Draisaitl tried to clear, stolen as Berkeley Catton, the young player, was able to keep it in momentarily. Marchment sends it back in. Skinner over Nurse. Flips it up the boards. That'll miss everyone. Won't go for icing though. Oh wait, it won't as Ryan Lindgren, the former Ranger, gets it up for Alexiak. One of the first picks in the expansion draft, puts it center ice, turned over as the Oilers. Emberson will send it back into the Kraken zone, chased by Janmark. Missed him, goes to the half wall. Oilers keep it in deep. Pushed over for Adam Henrique. Up, Kulak had a shot go far wide. Kraken get it on the half wall. Pug Colson sends it back in. Janmark. Henrique was able to keep it alive briefly as the Kraken looked to break out with numbers. Battling to get it forward is Shane Wright, the former 4th overall pick. Kraken did it in deep. Stevenson. Good reverse hit there from the Oilers defenseman Kulak as the Kraken looked to regroup in the neutral zone. Quick up as Stevenson comes in with Capo Caco, the former New York Ranger, lost it on the half wall. Oilers trying to battle to get it out. They do after a little bit of a struggle. Trying to chip it through Ty Cartier. Battle ensues in front of the Oilers bench. Goudreau will pick it up and send it in. Ekholm, the former Predator, will rip it up the boards. Kept in by Cartier. Fires a shot at the net that's steered aside by Skinner as Dunn will go to regroup into his own zone. Quick up. Kraken send it across. Here comes Freddie Goudreau. Dumps it in. Bouchard backs at it. Pressured by Ryan Winterton, the former Hamilton Bulldog. Pursues. Bouchard is able to get it out, and here comes McDavid. Chips it in. Hyman will pressure, coming back from his injury. Got his first goal in the second period of the young season as the Kraken will chip it up all the way down to Darnell Nurse. Nurse over for his D partner, Alec Regula. Quick up and go all the way back to the Kraken zone. No icing. Decord will quick up for the Kraken. Missed the pass there as Goudreau comes and regroups, and that will be a dump in there. Bouchard tries to center. Stolen. Eberle, the former Oiler, drives the net, but a good stop there by Stuart Skinner, who's stopped all 19 he's faced. Dunn holds the point over to Larson. Former Oiler Larson. Beniers couldn't get a full shot off as the Oilers will chip it all the way out of the zone to neutral ice. Larson back to retrieve. He's pressured by McDavid. He's able to get it up as the Kraken will send it all the way back in. Back for Ty Emberson. Reverse is stolen by the Kraken. Here comes Eberle. Isn't able to control it fully as Mangiapane reverses it for Emberson. Oiler was able to get it out. Bob Colson sends it. Dunn retrieves. Good stick by Draisaitl. Dunn is able to evade some pressure as he's able to get it to Beniers, who gets it up for Larson, who will send it all the way up for the Kraken. Stolen. Here comes Mangiapane, forced to circle back. Centers it for Podkolzin. Podkolzin looks for some center ice with Draisaitl and Mangiapane there. Nothing there as Podkolzin will get on the half wall, sent back to the D. Draisaitl in the half wall. Sends it back. Kulak. D to D for Emberson. Back to Kulak. Walks the line. Fires! Looking for a deflection. That's blocked. Oilers keep it in, though. Podkolzin. Down for Draisaitl. The former Hart Trophy winner centers it. Trying to find Mangiapane. Good stick there from the Oilers. Draisaitl keeps it alive. Center. Draisaitl. A quick shot. Good stop by the record. Mangiapane couldn't get the rebound. Back to Podkolzin. Top of the zone to Kulak. Back Podkolzin to Mangiapane. Tries to center it for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. But nothing there as Marchment, the former Dallas Star, stains the red line, dumps it in. Stinner can't control. Nurse sends it up for Nugent-Hopkins. Henrique battling to get it out. They get it out briefly, but Marchment is able to send it across for Berkeley Catton. There'll be a whistle for offside. But a tighter third period so far than 2 goals coming on the power play for the Oilers, which is a big key of why they even made it to the finals with the two-headed monster of Draisaitl and McDavid. It's tough to stop for a lot of teams in the Kraken, unable to do so in the first 2 periods power play-wise. Look at some of the active streaks. Draisaitl, 8 games in a row with a point, including tonight, as another offside called here as Eli Tolvanen looks on, the former Nashville Predator. It's good to see hockey in Seattle, obviously drawing with the PWHL. It's become more of a hockey town after not having a team for a long time. Obviously, you have the Thunderbirds of the Western League. As good draw win by Nugent-Hopkins, and Alexiak is pursued by Henrique. Gets it up to the boards, not out. Here comes Janmark, throws it at the goal off the side. Henrique back to the point. Nurse tried to throw it, and that hit right. Alexiak's able to get it out as Stevenson's no-look pass is intercepted. The Oilers had it for a second on the top of the circle, gave it back. Shane Wright sends it across for Jamie Alexiak. He'll survey, sends it across to Eli Tolvanen, who'll dump it in. Janmark gets there on the half wall. Janmark, Ekholm trying to poke it free. Is able to send it up the boards and out. Here come the Oilers with numbers through center ice. Send it across. McDavid. Shot, and he scores! Connor McDavid. Short side on the beautiful feed from Zach Hyman is able to give the Oilers a 4-0 lead. 13:35 into the third period. This might be just the dagger here in Seattle, as it's just a simple breakout. Ekholm's able to force it out. Hyman just pushes through, sends it across, drops it. McDavid, just so good. You should never attack him, because the second you attack him, 3 lanes will open up. They do their best to defend him here, but he just has that lane towards out a little too far and just gives that sharp angle as the Oilers captain puts possibly the dagger into the Kraken's heart with 13:35 left, the 20th shot of the game for the Oilers as they send it back into the Kraken zone. Trying to throw it out front, nothing there. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard will let one rip. That hit a body. Mangiapane is able to poke it free for Podkolzin. Rips it across. Ekholm dumps back Podkolzin behind the net. Certainly not. Back to Bouchard. To Draisaitl. Over Ekholm. Sharp side. Takes the shot that's stopped by Decord with the glove. Kraken try to clear with a little bit of pressure as Podkolzin halts that to the point. Ekholm keeps it in. Over Podkolzin. Cross. That's Podkolzin. Mangiapane with that pass. He's stuffed by Joey Decord, who makes his 17th save of the night. Here comes Draisaitl. Center ice. Stops. Reverses as the Oilers will change. So will the Kraken. Draisaitl up. Ekholm drives it far side corner in. Cord out to play it. He's able to poke it free for the Kraken. They'll look to get out Marchment along the boards, angled out by Kulak. Emberson will send it up ice. And a few Kraken collide there. Oilers able to get the puck back. Up for Clattenburg. Poked free by Marchment, who will reverse back to his own zone. Stevenson sends back to Dunn over Larson. Quick up for Marchment. Drops it back. Here comes Berkeley Catton, who's just offside, the former Spokane Chief. The Oilers, they make it 4-0, but who else? With Connor McDavid. McJesus, they call him. It's 4-0 Oilers. as Henrique sets into the draw with right. Right is kicked out. In comes Capo Caco. Draw one Henrique, back Kulak. Over Ty Emberson. Rips it up for Janmark. He'll get a chip in. Decord out to play it. Decord up for right over to Larson. He'll flip it into the zone. Over Stevenson's head. And the Oilers will break it out. Here comes Brett Kulak. Chipped in by Henrique. Henrique, the former Devil and Duck, acquired in the playoff run, able to get it in there as the Oilers turn it over. Back, Nugent Hopkins. He'll circle, chips it back Kulak. He sends it all the way down. Past Larson, Emberson pinches. Back, Henrique. Cross ice, Emberson walks the line, drops it back for Janmark over. Oilers get a shot that's good save there, and this might be a break here for the Kraken. Here comes Wright with a step. Good stick there by Brett Kulak. Stopped a would-be breakaway by the former 4th overall pick as Winterton makes a move to the net that's stuffed by Stinner. Able to keep it alive over Alesiak. Kraken need to start pushing here as time ticks down as the Oilers will break it again. Good keep by Alesiak. Sends it across over Goudreau. Center ice, Goudreau rips a shot, stopped. Alesiak walks, fires, stopped by Stuart Stinner. The Edmonton natives able to cover that one for yet another save. 21st of the night. Stinner, the former Lethbridge Hurricane, did score a goal in his time with the Hurricanes. 9-3 win over Medicine Hat, that was. There's a little bit of some words being exchanged here. If I could lip read, I'd tell you what they're saying, but that'd probably get us banned from areas. There's the chance here from a Kraken. Good save there. It's blocked, and then Alesiak just fires it, and Skinner had his struggles this year, many would say. But tonight, he's looked on. He's had one shutout so far coming against the Rangers. As we have an ad from Century Casino. Play responsibly. That's a goal light. Very nice. Another Kraken kick to the draw. This time, it's Freddie Gaudreau. And take it as Ty Cartier. Penalty. There is a penalty if the same player commits 2 face-off infractions. Doesn't happen very often, as the Oilers will get the win against the left winger Cartier. Regula chips it across. Oiler went falling down there. He's able to get it in as the cord will rim it around. McDavid steals and come past Savoy. Kraken regroup. Trying to break it in. Oilers pinches Savoy. Drops it for Hyman. Won't go. McDavid spinning around. Drops it back. Regula to Darnell Nurse. Nurse tries to lob it. Hit a body. Goes to the half wall. Kraken. Evans will spin away from a few checks. Tries to center Cartier. Stolen by Hyman briefly. Kraken finally able to get it out as they'll chip it in into the zone. Nurse slow flip up. Intercepted at the ringette line by the Kraken. Beniers will fling it into Eberle. Over Beniers lost it. Mangiapane regroups in his own zone. Mangiapane sends it for Podkolzin. Back for Nurse. Puck sent all the way from Mangiapane. He's able to get it in, not control. Podkolzin rims it around past Draisaitl. Bouchard keeps Draisaitl. Battling check there. Draisaitl tries to drive to the net. He's forced back. Back for Ekholm. Ekholm fires a shot that's blocked. Rebound Podkolzin sent far wide. Kraken will send it out of the zone. Eberle, the Kraken captain, gets a stick on it, chips it in, goes for a change. Ekholm will hold behind the blue line as the Oilers keep their personnel on. Drops it back for Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to gain speed through the neutral ice. Not the fastest, but still so good with the puck as he lost it there. Kraken will break it out. Pucks chipped in off a stick out of the zone as the Kraken continue to press. Nothing though as Stuart Stinner, he stands tall, keeping his shutout bid alive. And Nugent Hopkins in his debut back with the lineup has a goal and an assist, first game since November. Is he'll skate it up, dumps it in, Decord lets it fly by. Vince Dunn, the Kraken superstar defenseman, rims it all the way out of the zone. Oilers regroup as Kulak over Ty Emberson. Emerson holds it, able to skate it into the red, finally fires it down. Decord lets it fly over Larson. Cross for Vince Dunn. Dunn's pass goes all the way down. Stinner out to play it. Stinner good handling the puck as he springs to Nugent Hopkins. Emberson clears it out for Janmark. Back. Emberson. Oilers will change. Kulak holds at his own hash marks. Looks for reinforcements as they come. Kulak sends it across. Decord out to play it. Decord pressured by Curtis Lazar, the former Edmonton Oil King. Lots of Western Leaguers in the game today, as Evans gets a big check there from an Oilers player. I believe that was Frederick. And we're going to have a fight here as Connor Clattenburg is going to go toe-to-toe as he dumps his man, Freddie Gaudreau. And has some words to say. Clattenburg, AHL call-up, got his first goal in the blowout loss to Dallas. And tension's obviously rising for both teams. As Clattenburg and Gaudreau will sit for 5. And here's some steam. Go to Jasper. It's very nice there. Not as nice as Banff, though. Please, Banff is good. They have their World Media Festival. As here's the hit here. Clattenburg flattens his man a little bit from behind. Gaudreau takes exception to that, and they'll have an old Donnie brawl. Yes, he took down Riker Evans slightly from behind, no call. Believed, and that's just the emotions of the game for Seattle. No, not going right. Can't get anything on Stinner, and the Kraken are going to get a power play out of this. I believe 2 minutes for a 2-minute instigator, as they will get a penalty for the hit. They will get a penalty for the hit. It looks like it'll be a boarding. Knobloch incensed about that. 2-time Stanley Cup finalist, as the Kraken bench looks on, led by Lane Lambert. 0 for 5 today, the Kraken. They've only had 8 shots, and this Oilers penalty kill, it's been good so far today as Henrique's waved out. He'll guide his man. I believe that's Savoy. He'll win the draw. The Oilers will clear it on the first play as Alec Regula out. The court out to play it. Here comes Vince Dunn. Dunn. Slingshot back. Eberle. Joined by Berniers. Eberle with speed. Drops it. Stevenson. Back Dunn. Top of the point. Quarterback in the power play. Cross. Drive McCann. That's stopped in front. Either a block by Stinner or his D-man. Trying to clear, and the Oilers will. Decord will fire it all the way up. Here come the Kraken. Berniers drops Eberle. Drops for Vince Dunn. Dunn. Drive by Stevenson. Stopped by Stinner. Ekholm battles to get it up and out. Little bit of assistance from his teammates. Oilers clear again. 50 seconds gone on the power play. Berniers drops back. Here comes the second unit for Seattle. Making moves is Berkeley Catton, dropped for a teammate in Marchment. Over for Stevenson. Stevenson throws it towards the net, misses everybody there. Back, Montour, former Panther. Stevenson. Montour, fancy pass there. In comes Berkeley Catton with a shot, looking for his first. That won't go to Cord. Far out of the net to play it. The Kraken need everything to go. Stevenson back, Montour to Catton. Here comes Berkeley Catton with space. Tried to feed it back. That goes awry. And that will almost all but do it for the power play as 20 seconds remain. Montour slows, trying to reverse it. He does. Here come Stevenson. Drops for Wright. Shane Wright, the former Kingston Frontenac from the OHL. Drops Montour. Fed across. Stevenson picks it up. Top of the circle. Heads to the bumper. Trying to drop back for Montour. He's able to keep it in barely. What an effort there by Montour. But with the rush keep, the Oilers are able to pounce on it. And Nugent Hopkins cycles back for Kulak. Up for Emberson. McDavid sends it back. Kulak. Oilers will change. Chances are we'll see the Draisaitl-McDavid duo as we do. Here comes McDavid. Makes a move past one. Here comes McDavid with space. Into the zone. Drops Draisaitl. Had it. Lost it. Good stick there by the Kraken defender and Capo Caco. Lindgren reverses. They'll miss Evans. Go to the boards. Here comes Regula, who's driven down to the ice by the Kraken. They'll get a rush out of this. Defending his nurse. Caco pushed down. And there's going to be another fight here as Alec Regula is going to go heads-to-head with Ty Cartier. Emotions boiling over for both teams is left there by Cartier. Dropped to the ice. Regula and their linesman will break it up. 4:47 left. Fans certainly love that battle there. Alec Regula. He'll get a fight. Cartier both going off under the last 5 minutes. As Nurse and Catton look on. Both teams in very different areas of the game right now. 4-0 for the Edmonton Oilers as they look to close out here with under 5 to go. Draisaitl takes the draw. Kraken win it. Done to Larson. He'll scoop it in. He's going to get chippy here with Kraken down. Emotions boiling in a steep Pacific Division battle. As Draisaitl feeds McDavid up for Bouchard. Draisaitl back to Bouchard. Trying to gain the zone. He did briefly, but he lost it as the Kraken come with numbers. Ekholm, the Viking, is able to save his defensive partner there as he reverses to Bouchard. Up for Draisaitl. Center ice, Draisaitl. He's so good at protecting the puck. Gets that wide stance. Just uses his body as he springs. Connor McDavid. McDavid up to Ekholm. Kraken steal. They'll pursue into the zone. There's a good stick there by Draisaitl as he gets it up. Ekholm, who springs McDavid. McDavid springs back. Draisaitl over Ekholm. Off the boards and up to McDavid. At the end of the shift, he'll dump it in. Pressured is Alexiak by Matthias Janmark. Doesn't matter as the Kraken will break out with numbers. Under 4 to go. Sent in. Kraken get there first. It's Caco. Centered. Nothing there as the Kraken look. Nothing there for Riker Evans. He spins away from a few checks down low. Over to Capo Caco. Caco sends it back. Evans. Deep partner is Alexiak. He'll have to send it back down for Caco. As Trent Frederick will spring it. Here come the Oilers' Curtis Lazar. He's battling with Alexiak as the Kraken will come in. Tolvanen takes the sharp angle shot. Stinner clobbers that one as whistle will go here. Eli Tolvanen, the finished product from Nashville originally, as we have Bet99. Remember, sports, it's all about betting now. Yes, just don't bet if you're a player. As you see the Oilers Spanish starting to dwindle down. They'll next 5 games, all home games as they play teams from every division, as we've got the Sabres and Red Wings from the Atlantic. A rematch against the Kraken on Thursday, and then some central opponents with the Minnesota Wild and the Winnipeg Jets in all-Canadian battle. Obviously, Jets missing their MVP goaltender Connor Hellebuck with a knee surgery. As the third line for the Oilers comes out, centered by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Bouchard out with Darnell Nurse for a shift as Bouchard rips it across out of the zone. Oilers send back Bouchard with another giveaway as we're going to have some pushing and shoving here by Marchment and Nurse, some big boys. Nurse has some choice words. Marchment doesn't seem to care. You know, Marchment obviously played against the Oilers last year for former Dallas Star, traded for cap reasons. As everyone's going to kind of get talking. I bet you they're talking about going for coffee after this. And Janmark giving Montour some words, obviously for former battlers in the finals, as Montour, the former Florida Panther, for that first year they won the cup. First of the 2 rematches. And see right here, like Evan Bouchard, you know, he's an offensive defenseman, but he just acts like a forward out there. Another turn away, and now Darnell Nurse, he's going to get the boot. They're going to probably just give him a 4-minute roughing, coincidentals. more than likely going to see Marchment head out. A little curious there as Marchment kind of just seems to be laughing at him, which I think a lot of Oilers fans do, as Darnell Nurse's $9 million contract is something. With 3 minutes left, you're gonna wonder how long this game goes as Knobloch looks on with yearning eyes, yearning for this game to be over. Oilers in line for a win, trying to climb the Pacific Division, led by the Anaheim Ducks, followed by the LA Kings. Kraken in the mix too, so is Vegas as per usual, as Bouchard will rip it up the boards. This time it gets out of the zone, but the Kraken still are able to come up with it. They'll come back in. Forced to stop up, drops to the line, drive by, I believe, Vince Dunn. That's stopped, and Stinner will cover, as we're going to see some more exchanging of words. And Berkeley Catton, obviously the former 7th overall pick in the 2024 NHL entry draft. He's played the 10 games. Normally you see players from the junior leagues play their 9 games and go back if they aren't ready. They've kept Catton. Kind of brings the question as we enter December, will he go to the World Juniors for Team Canada? Played there last year in the disappointing game as Stuart Skinner looks on for the defensive zone draw. Oilers jump, and Nugent Hopkins will get waived. Here comes Adam Henrique to take the draw. Wright's able to win it briefly, but it's poked to the Oilers' half wall, and they'll break it out of the zone. Montour halts any advances there as the Kraken send the puck back in. It's been mostly Kraken, but they just haven't had those high danger chances the Oilers have had in their few chances, as Kakko tries to center over. Montour, top of the slot, big block there by Adam Henrique. That one stung as Montour picks up on the half wall. Montour takes the shot, blocked again. He has it. Montour centers, and Kakko gets a stick on it, but Stuart Skinner. It's a very interesting thing with Skinner as Henrique is going off of his shot block. Skinner, he's a goalie that seems if he just gives up one bad goal, it can easily derail him. It's been an issue he's had since juniors. It's something that the Oilers obviously probably don't want from their starting goaltender, as you see here, big block by Adam Henrique. I think part of his skate blade flew out. Don't see that very often, as Montour drive. That's going wide. Big 93-mile-per-hour drive from the former Florida Panther. Bucksburn on Montour again. Stopped in front. Oilers will gain the blue, dump it in. The attempt from Ekholm doesn't get far as Montour quickly pushes it up for Eberle past him. Skinner drops for Ekholm. Podkolzin up for Leon Draisaitl. Makes a move past one. Beniers is able to send Draisaitl to the ice. That may cause a crowd as the Oilers star is forced out. I think Beniers' helmet flew off. It did. He's got to get off or put the helmet back on. As Kulak sends it across, misses Draisaitl down for Mangiapane. Up Emberson to Kulak. Drops for Draisaitl. He'll wait. Draisaitl back. Kulak hit a stick, and the Kraken will break out with some numbers. End of a shift, though, as Matty Beniers, the former 2nd overall pick, dumps it in as we enter the final minute of play. Here in the third period, the Oilers will look to break out. Matthew Savoy lost it for a brief moment, is able to get it up. So we see a mismatch of lines. Obviously, the Oilers not wanting to play their star players unless, just in case things happen. And another Donnie ball breaks out as Lazar gets it up for Trent Frederick. Frederick drives, and then that takes a shot that goes far and wide. Back Ekholm at the point. Bouchard drive. That's blocked. Hard shot he has, Evan Bouchard, as the Kraken will try to break out. Miss pass. Here comes Bouchard. Over for his D partner, Ekholm. Under 30 seconds to go from the Oilers, clinching a win, and Stinner clinching a shutout as Bouchard springs it up for Nugent Hopkins, who dumps it in. On net, Kraken's goaltender Joey Decord steers it aside. Janmark will pressure. Sent up for Ryan Winterton. Lost it for a brief second as Nugent Hopkins tries to clear it in. Barely does. Mangiapane will, as time will tick. The Oilers coming to Seattle. They shut him out. Stinner's got his 2nd of the season, 9th of his career. The Oilers push for a playoff spot in the Pacific. 4-0 here in Seattle.